All right, everyone. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the first flagship of OP16 here on the official Bandai account. We are going to be now tuned into the start of the new meta. We're going to be we just saw in round 1 Doflamingo, excuse me, Rosinante versus the likes of the very own Black Yellow Teach. And we saw Rosinante come out on top. Rosie is going to be an incredible threat so far. But now we're going to be hopping into one old guard and one very new one. We're going to be starting with the likes of Purple and L. The one that was the most dominant in OP15. The deck that only has 6 Dawn and almost as many regional wins underneath its belt. I believe it won 5 or so, 4 or 5. I kind of lost count. The deck was an absolute menace. The only thing that was able to keep it in check was the likes of Blue, Yellow, Nami. A lot of people believe that deck should be hit by something, or at the very least, very much hoping that other decks could come into the picture now in OP16 and vie for that throne. And one of the decks to do it is on the counterpart of things, Blue, Green, Luffy. That is a deck that is Impel Down oriented, and it's going to have a lot of small characters. They're going to spam across the board to rush you down and end your life before you can set things up. Very importantly, though, we should note, Enel did go first, so they're going to be able to set up their ideal curve. It's really nice for Blue, Green Luffy to actually go second because you're going to put down a lot of cards like this. The new Bond Clay Mr. 2, which says that when you play it down, you're going to draw a card, and we have a Dawn attached. You can become the same power as the leader on the opposing side. So it's going to be really nice to be able to rush them down early. But Enel is already looking at 3 Dawn here. And we're going to assume we're going to get some swings in early, as Enel likes to do. We're about to minus some Dawn here, get some leader effect going, exactly. And maybe even, ooh, not going to use our immediate swing here with Pudding. Instead, we're going to play down a Frankie. Newer-ish addition to the deck of Enel. That's going to allow us to trash a card from hand like he did, minus a Dawn, and draw 2. Normally, minusing a Dawn is something that you don't really want to do in a lot of decks. But when it comes to Enel, he thrives in the situation because the minus Dawn is what he's going to set up for stuff later. But we know a lot about Enel. If we're going to take a look here at Blue, Green, Luffy, we're going to see a 5 swing into life. The first swing coming out of Blue, Green, Luffy, the first of many, absolutely. It'll be interesting to see if Enel wants to play defensively at the beginning because they know about the aggression coming out from Luffy on the other side of things. They're considering countering, and they're going to just go ahead and use Malmaragan. Might as well. Literally basically a free 1k counter that also is going to draw you a card. And we're going to play down the new 4-cost Ivankov. Already got the alt art there. Very well done there. That's going to allow him to get an Impel Down card from the top 3 cards here. Take one from his hand. Deliberating on the 2K there of Prisoners. Of the Prisoners of Impel Down. He's going to grab that, and he's going to have the opportunity now to play down a 2-cost from hand if he happens to have one. And he has another Bond Clay, grabbing him another card. So this is what's so crucial about this deck. The fact that those 2-cost bodies, when you play them down, they let you draw a card. You get starting to get an advantage quickly here. And we're going to see our first. It would be a 5K swing, but because we have the Dawn attached, it's going to buff us up to a 6 and just pass in the turn. Pudding definitely can be utilized here against Mr. 2. Mr. 2 is only a 1,000 power character, so if you want to just swing into that little, what they're called, weenies, on the board there and take it out, that could be a pretty advantageous thing for us to do. Considering options. And Nell always has a plethora of cards at his disposal, and he's going to be playing down the big man himself, the secretest of rares, the 6-cost Nell. Play it down, minus a Dawn, and look at the top 5 cards, and you could take any of them and put it into your hand and just put the rest of the bottom. You don't even have to reveal it. There's no, oh, make sure that I'm not cheating here to your opponent. You could grab whatever you like, anything that suits your fancy. There's a plethora of options that Anel could take, which is partially why this deck is so skill-based in its makeup. He gets something like a Mama Rogan to rest down another Mr. 2 there in order to swing into it. Not a bad call. He could just get stuff to set up for later game. Well, instead, we're not entirely sure what he grabbed quite yet. We're going to see Dawn loaded up onto the Pudding. And Ashura coming down too. I like that a lot because the Ashura is going to immediately exactly swing into the Bond Clay. 2K into the 1. We'll see if we want to protect that or not. Honestly, the design behind Shura is really, really nice. A lot of other decks, I think a lot of people have appreciation for its makeup. It just happens to be in the best deck in the format, so people might not be as happy about it. And now we're going to be putting 4 Dawn onto the Pudding. She can swing 6K if she would like to. As they're shown on screen, you could buff some things up here with an Elthor, or even pop out the body of Mr. 2 with an Elthor here as well. From the early matchup spreads I've seen so far, this does seem to be favorable for Anel here. We're going to use our first 3K event here. It's also a restand event that if you have all... This is the amazing thing that Blue-Green Luffy can set up for. It's a thing where if you have all different named characters on the side of your board, 5 of them, then for 1 Dawn plus 7, so 8 total, you could essentially restand all of your characters after they swing. A lot of the different Blue-Green Luffy decks have decided to... Some decide to keep it in, some decide not to. And it looks like this is what his deck is built around. And oh my gosh. We're losing our Mr. 2 immediately. Brutal start here for Blue-Green Luffy. Our early pressure has been all but wiped off the board. And now you're just looking at, what do I do here? That Mamoragan was just so nasty. I mean, like they were shown on screen, if you have like a buggy, a 5-cost buggy, you can make something happen. We're just going to swing into the Frankie for a 6, and we're going to let that go on the side of an L. Don't want to waste any of our card advantage to make that happen. And he does have a buggy. Interesting. So this could allow him to draw 1, trash 1, and play out the Prisoner of Impel Down that we saw him grab earlier in the previous turn and play that out. And on the opponent's swing, once per turn, he can activate an ability that allows him to put a blocker or make the Prisoner of Impel Down into a blocker, which is I I love it so much. Buggy's one of my favorite characters, and so the flavoring of him just being like, "All right, you go, I'm gonna hang back here. You can take care of it," is just it's amazing. It's so good. I think the flavor in this set is absolutely beautiful. So really well done there. But even though he's going to be able to put some more characters onto the board here, he's still looking down a 10,000 power body plus the Hand of an L. So we'll see how this turns out. We're going to see a 5 into the 4 here. That's immediately 2K'd out. No hesitation. Blue-green Luffy players, they're snappy about it. And we're going to play down. We're going to choose to go tall on the side of an L. Play down another 6 cost here. And, oh, I see 2 Malmorogans there. You can grab a Malmorogan. I think that is also a Gamma Knife for the 2 cost on the left-hand side that I see there as well. We could grab that. Consider our options here in this top 5. Or another NL even as a possibility. I'm not entirely sure what he grabbed there, but I don't think it was a Malmorogan or anything. Whatever he grabbed, I'm sure it was juicy. So, now, we're going to be trashing a pudding from our hand for the sake of searching out. We're just going to be able to use our leader effect. Load up Dawn onto, it's going to be another pudding and just get another 6K into the 4K. Would have costed 2 cards to get out of that, and that's just too pricey. So do that and a 10,000 power swing. Supposedly, Blue-Green Luffy is the more aggressive deck. But he's also only at 1 life while Nell's at 4. So things are not going quite according to plan here. As we're also going to see a pudding play down. We can search out one of these events that we have. And the top 4, it's going to be a lightning dragon. So in case some bodies do turn sideways, he's like, well, they're going to stay that way, buddy. As it makes you minus a Dawn, and you can freeze a 6K power or less character. So, Luffy, we are not smiling happy on our side here. This is already looking drastic for us, to be honest. We have a total of, I want to say, 6. This is only, what, 8 Dawn at our disposal, I want to say? Yeah. And going into our 4th turn of the game, we have 1 life. And 2 6K bodies on their side of things. We're going to start off with a 6K swing. And Nell can feel pretty dang comfortable taking that. And another 6K. We're going to choose to use our body here. We're not going to keep it up as a blocker for this turn. That could indicate that we're potentially playing down another buggy for this turn. I would also really like to see the Galdino utilized here. The new 4-cost Mr. 3 is just so good. It's one of the greatest SRs that we are seeing in this next OP16 set. I can see it also, the alt art, sitting the second to left card in our Blue-Green Luffy's hand. He might use that because that's able to stun a... There it is. Stun a essentially a 9-cost or less on the side of Enel here, and he gets to draw 2 cards. He could even, honestly, do it again to the other Enel if he's really spooked. But I think we want to see a bit more advantage. We're going to restand 2 Dawn. 6 at our disposal. That is the elite ability of Blue-Green Luffy. Is as long they're showing it right here. As long as you only have impel down characters on the field, then you can restand 2 Dawn. Okay, we're going to see a 6K swing here. I'd assume at life. I don't think it makes a ton of sense to try to remove the bodies here. And especially since our Enel player is considering countering out, that's probably not going to be at a pudding. And if it's at Enel, that is a terrible decision. The 10 cost, or 10K. Okay, and we're just going to take that. Put in another Ivankov. Okay. Get even more draw coming out of our situation here. And see what we can do. We're going to be grabbing another 2K. And do we have a 2 cost to play it out? Another Bon Clay, another Mr. 2? He's forcing an L to have yet another one of his Elthor. And he keeps the Dawn standing as well. To his credit, he's done really well to get back into this game. Now, there's still a 10 cost that is not stunned. So if I'm an L here, to be honest, I'm just pressuring your life. I'm trying to slam you down. Or am I? Because, frankly, what Luffy is saying here, we already have 4 characters with different names on the board here. If we just put one more down this next turn, we can restand and basically go for the kill. We're trying to get this game done in like 5 minutes. We got a schedule to upkeep, apparently, over in Japan. So if you're an L, thinking that could be the threat from Luffy. Are you just planning on taking out one of the bodies of Luffy here so we can't really restand next turn? It's a lot to consider. Makes sense that this is the time we're taking the most amount of our opportunity here to contemplate what we have going on. We're going to start with a 7K swing. I think at leader. Saying, please give me that event. I would like it, sir. Instead, hovering the Daz Bones and the Prisoner. It's going to be a 2K and a 1K out of that situation. All right. Drawing some cards here. Oh my gosh. Okay, Lightning Dragon's a little brutal. Not gonna lie, no restand here available now. Okay. As we do this. Ooh. Nell has a lot of Dawn left up at this point. Gonna draw another card from Avari. Avarie, how you want to spell it? I've heard varies of it. Give a +2 cost to an L. Play down. Ooh. Oh, man. The Reiju. That's going to honestly dispel a lot of the aggression from Luffy here. It is a 4 cost, and since we have a lot of events in the trash, 7,000 power character. Technically, it's been buffed up to a 7 cost, but I don't think that's super relevant here. And we're going to be swinging a 6,000 power into, I'd assume, life again. We still have our Arnell we can swing as well. And he's going to take it. Okay, 10,000 power swing. Dead Man's Game to buff us up to 9, and then 11. Okay, that gets us out. And we stunned the Buggy as well. So we're honestly making it so that the restand event is... Wait! It's gonna... Restand gets past Lightning Dragon. Hold on. If we put down... Yeah, exactly. Even just a Luffy Searcher here, we have enough for the restand. You could see that the player right now on Blue-Green Reflu is fervently shuffling through his cards. He sees the line. We have a lot of cards, though, on the side of an L, so it's not guaranteed to go through. We're going to start with a 5. Oh my goodness. They also have a Reiju blocker here as well. This is going to be the turn that decides the game. 1k out. Another 5,000 power swing to leader. Rolling up our sleeves. Getting ready. We know this is it. We know what's coming. We have to counter properly for the side of an L here. I think I see a Frankie in hand, which is a 1k. We could give that. We're hovering it in our hand. Want to make the right decision. Or just going to block. Is he trying to bait the all-in here? I think the all-in is going to happen anyway. It's going to be a 6,000 power swing to leader. We have plenty of 2k in hand. There's one of them. And here we go. Here's the restand event. Everything comes back online. So we're going to be looking at 5 now swings. If just 3 connect for Luffy, he's going to be the winner. But there's still so much counter on the side of an L here. We put out 2 Dawn as leader. We're going to start with a 5. That's a gutsy move. I don't know if I like that or not. Just the 1. Another 5. That's the problem with the restand event. It's going to get you a ton of swings. But you can't really do big numbers unless you have big cards out. He's going to take this one. 6,000 power swing. I think it now has the counter, though. We see Divine Departure in there as well as the Mamaragan. A 2k out. 7. He takes. Another 7. And the Divine Departure is going to be it. Wait. He won? But the Divine Departure, wasn't that enough to get him out of the swing? Gotcha. Wow. So close in that one. Really well played by them. And hold on a second. I think I saw that there are going to be some reveals here in a second. I was slightly behind on this one. There we go. Okay. So we already have some card reveals here on the flagship. This is so exciting here. Checking this out. And man, it was so close for blue-green Luffy, but unfortunately, he just went out to close that one out. Okay. Let's see what we're saying here. Going to some card reveals. Okay. Excellent. And now we're going to see, yes. Oh, it's going to be the new starter decks. Well, look at those art on those cards, too, man. That Katakuri looks sweet. Love that one. Luffy's pretty cool. Zoro is Zoro. Kuzan's a little, in my opinion. I think Katakuri looks like the coolest one. And then Sabo is pretty sweet after that one. I might want to try some red-black Sabo next set, man. I'm thinking he's already a pretty solid deck. If they give him too much crazy support, he could kind of fly off the handle. All right, Brule here. I just pulled up on a separate monitor. Brule says, on play, look at the top 3 cards from your deck. Oh, this is for Katakuri. It's a 2k searcher. So essentially, yeah, you can counter it with 2k, and you're able to grab a Big Mom from the top 3. A Big Mom type character. Love that. And another useful 2k. Very, very good for Katakuri. Sometimes they were having to use vanilla 2Ks in the situation because they just didn't have anything else. So to be able to make that happen is huge Meet my friend Noah is the Katakuri Fiend. It's his favorite deck, and I cannot wait to see his face when he finds out about this. Okay, skip forward a little bit. Oh, dude. What a insane looking art on this one. The Karasu, it says, is a 3-cost, 4,000 power character. 3-cost, 4,000 that says, when attacking, you may trash 2 cards to the top of your deck. If your opponent has 7 or more in their hand, your opponent trashes 1 from their hand. Not bad. And it's a 2K counter. Okay. The fact that it's a 2K means it's definitely going to see some representation. And it's when attacking. Normally, when or trashing effects from hand or on play or that kind of thing. Since it's when attacking, this means this could be a repeated effect, a constant threat. So I do like that for Karasu. The fact that it's a 4K is a little. It kind of means you have to equip a Dawn in order to hit the leader. So that's a little unfortunate, but I could see a world where it's somewhat played. Especially if like something like Ace becomes rampant. Gorgeous Cavendish card. I feel like this guy always gets nice looking cards. Another 2K. So basically we're just revealing 2Ks for the starter decks. It's a 3-cost, 3,000 power character for a 2K. On KO, you may trash 1 card from your hand at... Ooh! Add 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life cards. Yo! That's kind of cracked! In Yellow Kid, you could make your supernovas into blockers. That's the whole thing. So this is a 2K counter that costs 3. That when it dies, you heal. That's crazy. What the heck? Yo, that is cracked. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Looks like that there were also... I think that was at the end of the revealed cards here. Let's see. Oh, I think they're going to make us wait a little bit longer for the rest of the stuff here. It does appear that there were... There we go. Okay. There was also a Jinbei. A 5-cost 6K Jinbei for the Luffy deck. That is a blocker. And on play, draw a card, which is huge. Ooh, interesting. Then play it to 1 Straw Hat Crew type character with the cost of 1 from your hand. So you could play out like a Searcher or something? Or maybe there's a 1 cost on that they're going to print that could be a lot better. I don't know. Kobe, this is for Kuzan, is crying like a little child. He is a 2-cost 1K character with blocker. On play, trash 1 from your hand, draw a card. That seems good. Basically, in Kuzan, it's essentially a trash 2-cost blocker, trash 1, draw 2. That's just kind of good. And then, lastly, I'm seeing one from Zoro here. Kinemon, 1-cost 2K, or 2,000 power, 1K. On play, you may rest one of your slash attribute leaders or Dawn cards. You have to rest your leader or Dawn cards. Draw 2 and trash 1 from your hand. I'm not a Zoro enthusiast. So other people might have more insight into that than I do. In my mind, that scene, I don't know. Obviously, Zoro can restand himself, so it's not the end of the world. There might be a situation where you could use that, but most of the time, you're probably going to want to target an extra Dawn. So does that mean that on your first turn, or excuse me, you're just going to try to go second with Zoro? But then you miss out on playing Perona. That seems bad to me. I'm not seeing the vision there. But I've been wrong before. I can see something else. Okay, people are popping up in Discord. Some people are saying that Cavendish is the worst of the revealed cards. Maybe? Oh, and I already saw this matchup already, actually. Okay. So, are we playing against a different Rosie player? Excuse me, no, same Rosie player for sure. I don't remember. Oh, he's playing against a Nell this time. I see. Then I skipped ahead too far. Hold on. Okay. All right. We're going to be tuning in to the match of Rosinante versus Enel. Here, we just saw Rosie in the first round take a victory over Black Yellow Teach. And now we saw this Enel player win in the last round. So now they're coming into a head-to-head against each other. This is a matchup that I have heard a lot of Rosie players, because Rosie is popping up like wildfire recently. It's been insane. I get it. Rosie's like a top 3 character for me in One Piece, so the fact that he's a good deck right now is I love it. I love it so much. And it's going wild. People are really excited about the purple Navy support that Rosie's been getting. However, I have heard some Rosie players say that Enel is a very bad matchup for you. Very bad. I know that Skipos, Skipos G, the person who commentates with Chinoise, believes that with certain things in your deck, Rosie can take out Enel. So, we'll see here. We'll see a couple things. Is Skipos capping? Is the Rosie playing the counter to Enel? And is Enel going to go crazy? This is a weird hand for Enel here. An Ohm, a Pudding, 2 Gamma Knives, and a Frankie. I don't know if I love or hate the Gamma Knives being there already. I feel like I would like them later on in the game. If I'm Enel right now, Pudding's great. No problems there. Ohm is really good. Ohm is just always good to be able to minus power on the side of your opponents. Gamma Knives, they're great when paired with Malmaragan. But I feel like it feels kind of bricky to start with them in the beginning. On the other side of things, okay. Enel and Rosie both seem to have very kind of hands here. Rosie does not have any searches at the beginning. No Kobe searchers. No stage. No Rosie searchers. No Law searchers. He has 2K, a Rip Law, a 4-cost, and 2 Rosie and Law. So he can kind of curve out, ideally, on the side of Rosie there. But his first turn is going to be kind of ugly, based on how it stands right here. Unless you top deck some. So, yeah, we'll see how this plays out right here. We're going to go ahead and just fast forward to when it starts. Okay, and immediately, Enel is going to be playing on that Pudding. It's really good. He's going to draw into a Lightning Dragon. Great. If any of the blockers decide to rest and block on the side of Rosie here, if they are subtracted in their power, then they can just stay rested. So, solid game plan already for Enel. We're just going to pass on the side of Rosie. And we're going to see a 5 into life, which is just going to be Malmaragan out immediately by the Rosie. Makes a lot of sense. Keep yourself healthy, and just draw some nice cards. He drew into a Borsalino, which I do not like seeing on the side of Rosie. That's very late game, I would say. So, Definitely awkward hands for both of them. Okay. And we're gonna. It looks like we grabbed a Divine Departure on the side of an L. We're gonna Frankie here to be able to draw. Man, be able to do that on your second turn like this is extremely nice. Going first. You just trash one from your hand. I would assume a Game of Knife because it's a little bricky. And then draw 2. That's what I'm assuming. You're going to trash that Divine Departure you just got there, buddy. Not a bad option either. It is going to be the Divine Departure. Basically giving our opponent no knowledge on what's in our hand. We're going to draw into a... Is that a third? No, it's not a third Game of Knife. Can't quite tell. I think we see a Malmaragan, alternate art, and something else I can't see. And just pass over to Rosinante. For Rosie here, I think it's pretty standard. I think we're going to go ahead and swing, yep, like that. We're going to play out our 4 cost. We're probably not going to ramp a Dawn, is my guess. Because that's going to throw off our Dawn situation for the next turn. Because Anel is going to only be at 6. No ramp. Oh, he's just going to ramp 1. Okay. Ramp 1. And then pass. Getting ready to set up that Rosie and Law next turn. Rosie and Law is one of the best arts, by the way. Love that. Just gorgeous. And that one. Going to see a 5 swing at life. On the side of Rosie, we know that our opponent already has a Lightning Dragon in hand. So if we're trying to be cheeky and free block, we're going to pay for it with basically a card out of our rotation here. We'll see if that gets immediately punished by a Lightning Dragon. Not yet. We still got time. We're going to instead throw down our 6 cost Enel. 10,000 power character. Search for something. He's going to find another Enel. Makes sense. The tallest bodies on the side of Rosie are going to be 8Ks, and 10 is actually bigger than 8. So being able to swing over the top is going to be really nice on the side of Enel. And trash a Gamma Knife from hand. Oh, we see 2 Lightning Dragons in their hand as well. Oh boy. It didn't look like a pretty hand on the side of an L at the beginning, but it's turning out to be kind of picturesque for him. He is setting up for some wallops. Oh man. He's going to freeze that Law like we expected. He's going to play down an Ohm, draw a card. And Rosie, I hope you enjoyed having 1 card on the side of your field that can't unrest. Because Anel is going to be doing some pretty nasty things. But now, we're going to be able to play out our Rosinante and Law. And I think that's going to be what we're eyeing up here. You can also go for a 5,000 power swing into the life of the Enel. Try to weaken them a little bit. Instead, we're going to take down, oh, not bad, the body of Pudding. Start trying to whittle away at those tiny little ones. And we're going to, ooh, Sakazuki. I like that a lot. That's going to minus... It's one of the newer SLRs from OP16. Sakazuki. It's going to be able to minus 6,000 power from the side of one of Enel's characters. And that's going to last through Enel's turn as well. So the 10 is going to become a 4. I like that a lot. Saying potentially negating a swing, or at least a large swing on the side of Enel. With this one, already utilizing some nice OP16 tech. This is really the card that made people excited about the likes of Rosinante, because technically Rosinante is Navy on his leader. So you can utilize this Sakazuki, which is extremely, extremely strong. Enel now. He's thinking. He has another Enel in hand that he searched out with the Enel. So he could Enel from Enel. Another option, he does have Gamma Knife, and I think Momorogan as well. Instead, we're just going to go ahead and set up. We're going to go tall. Continue with our strategy of becoming tall here. Search for whatever we'd like. I see a Momorogan being hovered. Never a bad option on the side of an L here. And that is what we're going to be grabbing here. Another 6 cost in hand as well. Holly. A couple things, but the only one that matters is the one that rests a character. So we're going to be taking that, placing that into our hand. And seeing what we can do here. Now the question is, do you load up Dawn onto the Enel and swing a basically still a 9 or 10k? Or, excuse me, it could be just a mere 8. Or do you want to get the Ohm action going here too? Neither are terrible options. I think I'd like to save the Ohm swing, especially since we don't have any weenies right now to follow up. I would save it and probably just go big with an L. Oh. He's going to minus on Kitten. Is he going to be swinging into the law here? Okay. Okay. I like that play a lot. We're going to use our light to protect him. So it's going to be essentially a 6 into a 4 and then a 4 into a 4. And Frankie could follow up here too with a 5. Give a 2. I like getting the law into the trash here on the side of Rosinante too, because it sets up for the I Love You event, which allows us to draw a law from our trash. Okay. Let's see here. We got one Dawn left up on the side of an L. How many cards do you have in his hand, I think? 6 is what he was asking. Never seen that motion before. I'm assuming that is what that means. We're going to see a 5,000 swing into the law here would be pretty brutal. And another 2k out. You're going to keep your law on board, but now you're going down to just 5 in hand. And another Ohm. Oh my gosh. Keep the guy arrested with a Lightning Dragon as well. I don't know if it was worth keeping him around for that reason, because he's basically a dead body. But at the end of things, if you don't keep him around, your board's wiped. So it's kind of like darned if you do, darned if you don't. We're going to see 5, I'm assuming, into the Ohm. Makes sense. 7 into the Frankie. Would make a lot of sense to me as well. Honestly, I really liked what he did before with the Sakazuki. If he had a Sakazuki here, again, I wouldn't be against it. Especially to swing into the Enel. But instead, we're going there. Are we going to go ahead and Borsalino here to get some healing going? Or are we going to go duke it out with the Rosian Law? Looks like we're putting the Law and Rosie to the forefront here in our hand. Okay. Gonna rest that much and put him out. Great card, great alt. We're gonna rest a Dawn with the activate main ability of Sakazuki. One of the main things here, he can rest a Dawn to ramp 2 active Dawns. And then play out, ooh, a Law as well. Great turn out of the Rosie. Removing board to the side of an L and putting out your own stuff. And also, Enel's kind of experienced a bit of a starve here. He is yet to take any life. Even though he still has a ton of cards in hand, because a lot of Enel's cards replenish hand, and also he's used some of his 6-cost Enels. This could start to bite him if things keep getting drawn out like this. We actually have, is that 4 Momorogans in hand? It's a great card, but I don't know if I want to see 4 of it right now. Oh my. Hold on a second. Are things starting to sway in the favor here of Rosie? Well, not with that. That's going to be minus 4,000. Excuse me, 5,000 from Gamma Knife is going to be rested and basically taken out here. Oh no, El Thord. He doesn't even waste time Momorogan in it. He has other prey to swing at on the side of Rosie. So he's keeping those 4 Momorogans in hand too. Can you imagine you swing 9,000 into your opponent and then into a 5 and he goes Momorogan, Momorogan, Momorogan. You're not going to expect it, I'll tell you that. I'm going to buff our leader by 1k here as well. Things are looking pretty dominant for Enel here. People are worried. Is this guy going to continue to be the boogeyman of the format? People are hoping that this Rosie deck could be a contender, but it is being wiped out as we're watching. A 9,000 power swing, and I don't think that Rosie has 4 Momorogans in hand, if I were to guess. We'll see. So, it's going to be, oh man, just a block and let it go. Put out a pudding here as well. This is looking extremely... Okay, apparently it was not 4 Momorogans. Different card. In hand, and man... We're going to grab a Momorogan now. From pudding. And in my mind, right now, if you are Enel, all you have to do is just kind of swing into those bodies. Sakazuki can't be protected by leader effects. So he's going to be all but guaranteed to go down. And you can wipe the law as you'd like as well. Oh boy. I do not see a way for Rosie to climb his way out of this one. I see a 10 into life here. Okay, we're actually going to not address that at all. And we're going to get another Rosie in law. Beautiful card wrong moment. 3 in hand. Oh dear. And going down to 0 life here. To be honest though, Rosie and Law can be known for healing. He has a Borsalino in hand at the very least. So is there a window of opportunity for us to get back into this game? I'm going to rest one immediately for the stage. Look at the top 5. Grab a Navy card, and we see another Borsalino. I think that's kind of our only option here. He looks like he's thumbing it around. Better grab the Altart, just for safety's sake. Good call, good call. That card has jumped up an insane amount in price recently, by the way. I know it was... I was able to grab one on Facebook Marketplace for $40. I think it was, like, what, a week and a half ago? It is now going for $95. Got a little lucky there. Okay. With 10 Dawn at our disposal, 2 Borsos in hand, a couple blockers. We rest 5, so we are going to play out a Borsalino. Heal 1. And then we're going to go ahead and leader effect to put out a Rosian Law. Ooh, Mama Rogan. In order to... Okay, I like this. Remove an Ohm from the field with that. And then now we have 4 Dawn available. We get Dawn -1 with our leader ability. There we go. Use our 4 remaining Dawn and play out our Rosian Law. It has been discounted by 2 due to our leader effect. So we can draw a card and ramp a Dawn. Draw might not actually be able to happen there because of us having a lot more Dawn than 6. But we ramp a Dawn. And now... We've at least put ourselves a little bit back into the game. And now still is looking starved here. He is yet to lose any life when just a second ago Rosie was at 0. So this would be an insane comeback if Rosie's able to pull this off. One thing to note here too is time. We still have 12 minutes remaining, but if we were to go to time, it would favor an L because after the timeout, the person who has the most life is the one who's going to be the winner. And this does seem like a pretty grindy game at this point. If you're a Nell here, you have Momorogan in hand. If you have a kitten, a Lightning Beast kitten, you can use it plus that to rest the Law. And then just start swinging. It's actually a little tricky for you. If you just kind of do the standard thing where you swing with your Nels and then swing with Pudding and with Leader, you're probably going to be fine. But it makes it a little awkward where your opponent still, if things go their way, they're not completely out of it yet. But also, I don't think you really have anything in hand to manipulate the situation in your favor a ton. Looks like we could see an 8K swing. Yeah, like I was saying, it's just kind of awkward. Okay. 8,000 power swing into Leader. Rosie is an 8,000 power character. So we could block and then give up a 2K that we have in our hand. And that X-Drake. But I feel like we want to save that counter. Oh, nope, he's going to do it. Okay. Give that up. We're going to be left up with 3 Dawn on the side of an L. We could just use that, see that swung with Pudding here. If we don't have any other way to utilize our Dawn. This has been taking a little bit longer of a turn here on the side of an L. It is one to think about a lot, but I can see the player of Rosie getting a little antsy. Yeah, you can tell. I'm sure that it's not intentional. It's an awkward turn, but it does favor an L here a lot. We're going to Malmorogan. Not going to rest anything with it. Just going to draw to see if we can find more options for us. And looks like we're going to go 3 for the Holly. Okay. Just establish another body in case something happens to ours like a Sakazuki or something. Not a bad call. Load up onto the Pudding. We're going to do a 7,000 power swing into Leader. And that's going to be taken. Oh. Okay. Gonna be taken here on the side of Rosie. Not sure what was going on there. Another Sakazuki. Brother had a full house. Okay. It's gonna be swung there. It's gonna be blocked and blocked. And we're gonna stay alive on the side of Rosie. But not really with much hope. We're still looking down 5 life to our, if I can count them right, 0. So things aren't looking amazing. To be honest, folks, this is typically when I would fast forward this game. All right, let's just, I think, I'll be honest here. Let's just, we know, right? Oh? Am I being taught a lesson and then fast forward this kind of stuff? No. Okay. We knew that was coming. Awesome. Really well played there by the NL. They kind of were just at the forefront in the lead from the beginning, and there just wasn't anything that could be done about that. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll tune back in soon.